Hello everyone, this is Lord Pog and you're at Lord Pog Gaming. So we're gonna do 3 more free games that you can find on Steam. Our first game, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to forgive me. My allergies are just killing me. And I'm struggling a little bit here for crying out freaking. So we're doing 3 free games that you can find on Steam today. And our first game we're going to be looking at is called As Long as There Is Mercy. Oh, my bad. So Long as There Is Mercy. Its developers is a list of people: Dominic Kirschbaumer, Victoria Werner, Jonas Walls, Lucas Berger, Matthias Lewif. Sorry, I know that's wrong. Loof, Lisa Schertler, Astrid Schwartz, Aaliyah, oh my goodness, Abaduwalivia, I am so sorry, Aaliyah, Sophia, Henner Birchler, yep, that's the developers right there. A whole list of them. And then the publisher is Media Cube Games. This is a point and click adventure, and it's not extremely long. It's a charming little game. I enjoyed it. I don't want to harp on it for too long because it isn't very long, and I don't want to put a whole lot of preview to it because I don't want to ruin it. But trust me, it's worth a play if you like these little puzzle point-and-click adventure games. It's really neat. It kind of reminds me of that Tim Burton movie 9. Have you ever seen that? Number 9, I think is what it's called. About the little puppet people. It's a lot like that. It gives me a vague recollection of that, if that's even the correct way to even phrase that. God, it's probably not. I'm all on allergy medicine, and I just cannot think to save my freak. It is a charming little game. I do like the characters in it. There's you play this girl. She's looking for her brother, and along the way she makes these little friends. One can cast fire, another's a water girl, another controls like plants, and another one does levitation. So that's about all I'm going to give away on that. Check it out. It's really neat. It's not extremely difficult. You can always right click the mouse, and I believe it's right click or it's the center button, the scroll button, and it'll kind of tell you what all you can do, what all you can click on. But even with knowing that, it's still got a little bit of a level of challenge to it, and I think you'll enjoy it. So check that out. It is a charming little game. It did tug at my heartstrings, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not a very sentimental guy. My wife will tell you I'm not Mr. Emotional, but this game, yeah, it does have a bit of a sweet little happy ending. It's got 2 endings, so depending on what you choose, and that's all I'll tell you. The next game I'm going to talk about is a game called Golgotha. Now this is a interesting little game. Its developer is Craig Lawrence, and the publisher is Lockley Games. Golgotha is an interesting little game. It's got very positive reviews on Steam. Me personally, I like it alright. It made me jump several times, so let's give it that. Its atmosphere and music is pretty decent. why did I say it's an interesting game, exploration game, where you're walking through an abandoned subway station where some bad juju took place. Like I said, the atmosphere is really, really dark, and it'll get you a couple of times with some jump scares. I really appreciate the effort put into the game. I don't know, I think I would have done a little bit more with it, but that's just me. Still, if you're into that kind of stuff where you're walking around freaking yourself out to so much to the point where you're backed up against a wall having to convince yourself that you've got to move, you've got to finish this game, this will probably be the game for you. So give it a shot. Golgotha. The last game I'm going to mention is called Weeping Falls Massacre. It's an 80s and horror inspired first person nightmarish. It's pretty good. Out of the 3 games here, it's probably the best one. It has the most to it, the most substance, I guess you could say. Its developer and publisher are both tainted, packed, and they've done a few games. This one is free. And yeah, there's a few moments in this game that will freak you out, genuinely freak you out. There is a call to some H.P. Lovecraftian cosmic horror type stuff going on in this game. There's puzzle solving, you can die, multiple endings, exploration, and it doesn't hold your hand. I like this game. Out of all 3 of these games, this is the one I probably liked the most. It made me jump the most, made me think the most. At one point in time, I was on such high alert that my son came out of his room and he made such a noise that I like turned like I was gonna deck him for whatever reason. And yeah, the game put me on high alert. So take that for what you will. Not to mention that this soundtrack for this game, it slaps. Just listen to this. Pretty freaking good game. If you like that kind of thing, exploration, scary, this is definitely a game to play. It's not incredibly long, you can beat it all in one sitting, but there is save points if at any point you just get frustrated and you need to stop. There is save points. I will say there is only one save point in the entire game that I found. So be sure to map out your route so you can get there frequently to save. Because if you don't, it's going to frustrate you. It will frustrate you because there will be times where you'll figure out a whole lot of stuff, and then if you happen to get caught, and if you play the game, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you happen to get caught, you will have to do that all over again, and that will frustrate you. So figure out the best route on how to get there, and don't walk around with your flashlight on all the time. I will say the controls are kind of janky. The idle animation where you're just standing still is, I don't know if it was just my version that I was playing or if it does this all the time, but I mean, I don't know if like the game is trying to just say you're so scared you can't stand still, but like it looked like I was just bobbing and weaving like I was Muhammad Ali the whole time. I don't know what that was about, but then again, maybe it was just the way it transferred onto my PC. I don't know. Regardless, despite all that, it's still a very good game. Multiple endings, pretty decent little storyline, scary adventure. And with that, I just wanted to give you this quick video and of these 3 free games that you can get on Steam. 3 more free games you can get on Steam, I should say. And if you like what I do here, please like, share, and subscribe. I am blessed by all my subscribers, and I am blessed by everybody who just watches. Thank you. Even if you don't subscribe, doesn't matter. I just appreciate you all being here. And y'all come back now.